Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining Running Rebels Community Organization's Epic Gala, celebrating 41 years, presented by BMO Harris Bank. I'm Shannon Sims, an evening anchor at TMJ4 News, and I am proud to be also a supporter of Running Rebels. Now, I've met Running Rebels on a number of occasions, but the first time I really got involved was a few years ago through their youth-led project to present more positive images of Black youth in media. Again, I was immediately impressed with their relationship-based approach to working with Milwaukee youth. Tonight, I am honored to share that important work with you. I know that some of you have been friends and supporters of Running Rebels for many years, and some of you are just starting to learn about the work of this incredible organization. Tonight, we want to tell the story of Running Rebels through the eyes of its supporters, leaders, and young participants. Our event's theme, The Epic Evening, is based on the epic mission statement of Running Rebels, which says the Running Rebels community organization engages the community, youth, and their families, prevents involvement in violence and the juvenile justice system, intervenes and guides youth to make positive choices, coaches youth through their transition into adulthood. Tonight, you are going to hear just how Running Rebels achieves their epic mission. Of course, part of the story includes the donors who invest in Running Rebels. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge the generous sponsorship that made this evening possible. First, we want to give a huge thank you to presenting sponsor BMO Harris Bank, whose longtime support not only underwrites this event, but has also helped Running Rebels to provide annual college scholarships for many years. We also want to thank our MVP level sponsors, Chris and Jennifer Abley and Quad, as well as our coach sponsors. You see the basketball theme here, Associated Bank, Brewers Community Foundation, Cargill, and Swick Tech. In addition, we are very grateful to our captain and point guard sponsors, whose names you'll be seeing listed throughout the event. Now, here to tell you about why BMO Harris is a longtime Running Rebels partner is Running Rebels board member and senior manager of U.S. Corporate Treasury at BMO. Please welcome Michael Coyne.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Coyne, and I want to extend a warm welcome to tonight's epic evening. It's unfortunately our second year in a row that we've had to do the gala online. However, next year, everybody's very optimistic that we'll be able to do this back in person, and it'll be bigger than ever. Tonight, I'm fortunate to be representing BMO Harris Bank, who's the presenting sponsor of the event. BMO has a long history of philanthropic giving in the community, and Running Rebels has become a strong pillar within our portfolio of organizations that we support. And we support them because we believe in their mission and their commitment to serving Milwaukee and Milwaukee's youth one at a time. In addition to representing BMO Harris Bank, I'm also representing the board of the Running Rebels. I'm proud to say I'm a board member, and I've been a board member for several years now. And every year that I have an opportunity to present at the gala, I talk about this wave of momentum that we're seeing. And in 2021, it was no different. The amount of recognition and accolades that Running Rebels is getting and garnering every year is unbelievable. I want to instill confidence in you that the board is taking the necessary steps in order to successfully prepare Running Rebels for the future and for future growth. So again, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I wish everyone have a great evening. Thank you.
Michael, thank you for sharing your why and BMO Harris's why as why they've been long supporters of Running Rebels. Now I'm excited to present Running Rebels music program's performance of a great American classic, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Considered the Black national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing has been a musical celebration of American Black excellence and pride for more than 100 years.
Liberty.
song gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. What a wonderful performance, and I can promise you that those youth were actually singing behind the masks. The Running Rebels builds critical mentor relationships with youth and give them access to the resources and skills necessary to become thriving, connected, and contributing adult members of our community. Rebel mentors let young people know that they are not alone in dealing with life's challenges, and most importantly, that they matter. One caring adult can positively change the trajectory of a child's life. Youth with committed mentors are more likely to succeed in school, have better mental health, and have increased economic prospects. Tonight, we are asking that you help us connect more Milwaukee youth to professional, caring adult mentors by helping Running Rebels raise $10,000. You can give by texting the number on the bottom of the screen or by giving on the listed website. On the website, you can also purchase a $10 raffle ticket and be entered to win up to $650 in prizes, including 2 Brewers Suite tickets and gift cards to Milwaukee Black-owned restaurants. Now, throughout the evening, we'll show you how Running Rebels provides engagement, prevention, intervention, and coaching to Milwaukee youth. Starting with engagement. Running Rebels engages the community through their community organizing work and by introducing youth to the rich diversity of resources and events that are happening here in our city. They also host their own community events, such as the annual Block Party and Black History Program, which often features young Rebel talent. Here to show you a bit of that Rebel talent is Golden Brown, who will be performing her original poem, My Black is My Pride. Golden is a 15-year-old who first started coming to Running Rebels 4 years ago. She initially wrote the poem for the Rebels virtual Black History Program and used it to express her feelings about the racial injustice happening around our country. Now, Golden Brown performs.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. So load up the guns and lace up your boots, because the more you beg for your life, the more they shoot. 2021, and I can't believe we still telling these people we can't breathe. It's not like they didn't hear, they didn't receive. Once again, they win, Black folks grieve. What's sadder is all lives matter. Man, practice what you preaching. They mean all of them at the top of the food chain. They killing us off at the bottom, leading to this endless pain. Though I will not be beat, for my skin still rich, still sweet. My roots still deep and my heart still beats. I plant my feet, I will not retreat. Like a statue, I will stand to protect my people, wearing my ancestors as my armor. My crown, still thick, still nappy, so defiant of gravity, so chic, so sassy, so snappy. Since I'm Black, I'm always happy. I love people of all races, yet we are so divided. These great skin color boundaries that history has provided. In this world, we are not all sisters and brothers, but instead one color is greater than another. When you see me, you see slavery, but when you see white, you see supremacy. Because of the hair on my head and the skin on my back, I'm Black, and apparently my people don't know how to act. So should I take this label that I was assigned and step aside and hide what's truly inside? No, it's all gotta stop. S-T-O-P, see me, not my color. See Black excellence, not thugs and a few ignorant brothers. I'm more than just a color, though I'm proud to be repping the richest flavor. I love my lovely complexion, my bold, beautiful chocolate, and my self-affection. When I look in the mirror, I love the reflection, and I see those who stood before me in my facial expressions. I love me, my people, and all people, though sadly, we will never be equal to any of you racist and hating peasants who will tremble in our presence. So bow before my kings and queens of all colors and races too. But never forget where those colors came from, boo-boo. So I'm still standing, why don't you take a stand too? The real reason why people hate is because they don't understand you. Thank you.
And that's exactly what is happening here at Running Rebels. What an inspirational piece from an incredible young woman. Thank you again for sharing your talent with all of us tonight, Golden. Now, after engagement, we have our prevention programs. Running Rebels was born on prevention. In 1980, at the age of just 19, Victor Barnett wanted to prevent his neighborhood's youth from going down the wrong path, and he believed that the right relationships and activities would help youth reach their full potential. So, 41 years later, Victor founded Running Rebels community organization and started mentoring youth through basketball. Today, Running Rebels continues to provide preventative mentoring and positive activities for young people and has grown into an organization of over 100 staff. The need for non-judgmental adult support is basic to all youth. However, many mentoring programs rely on the commitment of volunteer mentors, and others are only available to youth after they've become involved with the juvenile justice system or child protective services. Running Rebels is unique because it offers 2 prevention mentor programs, which connect professional adult mentors to youth who are not system involved. The first program is the school-based Violence-Free Zone. It provides youth inside of 7 Milwaukee public schools access to mentors, conflict resolution, and paths to additional community resources. Now, the second is the Community Mentoring Program, which provides youth ages 12 to 21 access to professional adult mentors who also build relationships with mentees' families, helping them to set and achieve goals and connect them to after-school activities such as Running Rebels leadership groups, arts, athletics, and tutoring programs. I'm excited to show you the power of prevention programs by sharing the story of Danielle, or Yelly as she's known, and Kelly, a Rebel mentor and mentee pair.
We are on our way to pick up Miss Kelly Simmons. I have probably picked her up about a gazillion times. And what's great is Kelly lives down the street from me. Even if she didn't, I wouldn't mind, but it's super like, oh, you're just on my way everywhere. Of course I don't care. We try to never let not being able to get somewhere be a barrier to it coming to Running Rebels, or even us being able to hang out with them or take them somewhere that they care about. We're going to Darkness Park with Kelly to take some pictures. I got into nature photography about less than a year ago, and she's also interested in that. So weekly we kind of just go somewhere, go for a nice walk. I check in with her and make sure everything's going okay, see how she is doing. There'll be pictures today. We have music lessons, usually weekly as well. Hello, Miss Ma'am. How are you? Good. You ready to go to Doctor's Park?
Yeah.
Cool. How you doing this morning?
Good. Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm the mentee, and this is my mentor, Danielle.
I remember last time we just took a break sitting in the grass and she was picking up dandelions, and I was like, ooh, that would be a cool shot. And I took some super cute pictures of her.
I would say I like the brown deer part because of the tree. I'm a tree hugger, you guys. I got a picture of me hugging a tree.
We took the most adorable pictures of both of us hugging trees.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow.
Kelly is so special, and I remember her like walking through the door for like the first time, and just like it definitely took her a little bit to get out of her shell, but just a bubbly little cute smile like, hi, my name is Kelly. And fast forward 3-4 years later, we're inseparable. It's a running joke, Yelly and Kelly, the duo everyone knows. You see one, the other is pretty much always shortly behind or somewhere close.
I'll help you carry on.
I like the soft one
Yeah.
too because it looks like a old.
That's
TV
yeah,
though.
yeah, that's cool.
It's my last year. I'm happy. Senior. Yes. I graduate May 26th, so I'm ready for that. I think I want to go to an HBCU, preferably Howard. That's my dream school. And I want to study health sciences because I want to be a nurse practitioner. I like talking to people, so just connecting with them. especially kids. I like little kids. Yeah. So most people probably don't know, I've been playing piano for 10 years. So since I was 7, I stopped for like 2 years because of COVID. So when Miss Dawn asked me to be her assistant, I was like, yes, I'll do it. But I was a little rusty.
She wasn't.
I was a little rusty.
She wasn't.
A little rusty. It was actually really cool because the kids, they caught on so fast, like faster than I ever would. There you go. So I like seeing how happy they are when they like actually get the song and like get all the chords and the notes and stuff right.
That's my favorite part when I'm teaching you is when maybe we had a little difficult section or whatever, but your face after we get it, or your little mini celebration to yourself.
Yeah. My mom died when I was 9, and even though I have a lot of other people to help me in my life, they're not as young as Danielle, and she understands the stuff that I've been going through, so it's just nice to have somebody around my age I can talk to. I'm Kelly. I'm a singer at St. Anita. I do videography and
Kelly's a little shy, so when you have to like speak about something orally, I feel like it's kind of a lot of pressure. You may feel like you don't know what to say or stumble, but when you write, it kind of helps you with the stumbling. You know, you can think on it more, you can add things, you can erase things. So the note was more of a way for her to be able to express more comfortably and in depth the things I've been able to help her with.
Were you relieved?
Yes, I was very relieved.
You sound like a robot. I said yes, I was very relieved.
Do you want to read it?
No.
About 2 years into me being a rebel youth, I was blessed with this beautiful young woman to be my mentor. Danielle, you pulled me out of my shell little by little, and I am so grateful for that because without you, I would have missed out on so many opportunities. You are a person who just doesn't tell me what I want to hear. You tell me what I need to hear, and you never sugarcoat anything. That's what I love the most about you. Thank you for being my unpaid therapist. And finally, thank you for always cheering me on. I love you, and I'm so grateful for you. Continue being you. Love, Kelly. I'm not an unpaid therapist, though. Like, you kidding me? This is payment. Your love is payment. Your smile is payment. You applying to 16 colleges so far is payment. You about to graduate high school with over a 3-point is payment.
He's walking into spider web.
Getting to know her is one of the most natural things I've ever done.
I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on for.
But we talk about this all the time, but it freaks us out how much,
Yeah.
how similar we are. We'll say the same things at the same time. We'll like,
Sing the same
yeah,
song
yeah.
at the same time. It's just sometimes
Yeah.
it's weird.
Being a mentor and mentorship doesn't have an age, and I think that's a beautiful thing because I don't like pretending like I am perfect or have all the answers or I haven't went through that. You helping kids with piano, that's mentorship. You encouraging someone who didn't get the notes right away and helping them learn it and get it, that's mentorship.
You'll need somebody to lean on me if
I everybody needs somebody. We're humans. Humans need connection and that warmth and understanding. And I wish every young person in the world had the opportunity to have a mentor, to feel understood and supported. I'm glad you were fortunate enough to be able to get that. Yeah. And I'm also glad I was fortunate enough to be able to give that to you. You may think you've benefited, but I have also benefited. You teach me too, you help me too, you make me grow too. That's you though. I always tell you you're the sun. You restore when you go, you light people up, you make things brighter, so.
Call me. Song's over.
You guys are great. Yay! Shot's perfect. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Thank you guys.
Now, if you did not get emotional from that 10-minute episode, I don't know what's wrong with you. Because as Danielle mentioned, it really is all about human connection. I want to thank Yelly and Kelly for sharing your connection with us tonight. And while we couldn't all celebrate and connect in person, we still wanted to make this evening extra special for the young people. So thanks to our amazing sponsors and donors, a group of youth from our prevention programs, including many youth who you see featured tonight, are celebrating the event at a catered watch party at our Capitol location. They wanted to take a moment to thank you for your ongoing support and making this evening possible. Yes, thank you. Now, let me just get something clear. We were trying to raise $10,000 tonight, right? But Quad Graphics said that they will donate an extra $100,000 if we can raise $20,000. And I want to tell you, at this hour, we are just $5,000 away from that goal. So if you have not seen why it is so important to give to Running Rebels, I hope that in the next few minutes you will, and help us reach that $20,000 goal so that we can now then add $120,000 to this cause. And while you're doing it, I want to take a moment just to thank some of the people who've already donated. Jenny Kent, Carla Cummings, George Brager, and all those who have already donated anonymously. Thank you. It is so special to listen to Kelly's story and hear live from the kids you just heard at the prevention program. Every youth can benefit from a positive mentor in their lives. Unfortunately, sometimes that opportunity comes after a youth has taken a wrong turn. Running Rebels has opportunities for young people who make mistakes and need additional support and guidance. This brings us to our intervention programming. Advocates in Running Rebels intervention program provide 24/7 mentorship and advocacy to justice-involved youth to avoid recidivism, promote healing, and better decision-making, as well as guiding them towards choosing a different path. Their belief is, no matter how far you go down the wrong path, it is never too late to turn back around. I want to introduce you all to Rebel alumni Anthony Kazi and his mentor Clifton Phillips. At the age of 16, Anthony made some choices that led him down the wrong path. He was facing up to 20 years in prison, but was given a second chance through Running Rebels intervention programs. At Running Rebels, he was paired with his mentor, Clifton Phelps, who is now a Running Rebels board member. 16 years later, Anthony is a successful developer working to create affordable housing on Milwaukee's North Side. Anthony's story highlights what we call the full circle effect, where Rebel youth age out of programming and then come full circle by giving back to their community. What we poured into them, they will then pour into the next generation. Anthony's story shows us the power that mentoring can have on not only the trajectory of a young person's life, but their entire community.
When I was 16, I was charged with armed robbery with threat of force. And I thought I was going to do 20 years. I just, honestly, I accepted it. I was pretty much getting ready to go to prison. So I'm Anthony Kazi. At the age of 16, I was recommended from the court systems to be part of the Running Rebels at-risk youth program. When I first came into the Running Rebels, at that time, I didn't know what to expect. Never heard of the Running Rebels. At the time, I thought it was like probation checking in. And Didn't realize that the Rebels would have this much impact on my life, 16 years later. Man, now think about it, it's like, wow, 16 years. So after the Rebels, I had the opportunity to, meet a lot of different minority folks or black folks out there, doing just, positive things. Well, especially with Cliff, kind of do your own thing with your monitor. So Cliff used to kind of take me around the city, just showing me different projects that him and his brother was involved in at the time. So that was just, pretty cool. Just, doing something different at 17, right? Just to really keep your mind on something different and keep you occupied, even the time away from the Rebels. I think, with Cliff, it was like 24/7. I really appreciate that.
What up? My name is Clifton Phelps. I'm with JCB Construction. Started over a decade ago. Worked at Running Rebels for 5 years and on the board of directors there. So the way the Running Rebels used to work was we had to have 5 contacts a day and we had to have 2 physical. So one at school would be one and then come in and check in the evening. I would come to the porch, have a great conversation with his mom, and during one of those conversations she said, he ain't no library. So I called him. I was like, Aunt, where you at? Oh man, I just came from the library. I said, okay. So I said, all right, I gotta do my time sheets anyway. I'm sitting at the library. Aunt, where you at? I'm at the library. Aunt, you're not at the library. And then that's when I came to him. I said, hey, I stay a block away from you on 2nd and Locust. You on 4th and Locust. You're not at this library. And I think that connection right there at that point, he realized like, hey, this is somebody actually from my community that's trying to help.
I think with Cliff, I think he was a different type of person. And I think by him living a block away from me really bound our relationship together. And we at least talk at least once, twice a week. 2015, I really started to, educate myself maybe around real estate. And as I began to dive into it, I fell in love.
This area over here was revived. This is Bader. Our company, JCB Construction, built this building here. Now, the job for the entrepreneurs like Anthony Casey is to make sure that we bring back the drive. There's a lot of empty lots that were once businesses up and down King Drive.
2019 and 2020, we competed for 2 requests for proposals to submit affordable housing developments or mixed income housing developments. Our proposals were accepted on both projects. So the one that's closest to my house is the King Drive in Concordia. We're calling it the 5 Points Loft because it's the 5 Points neighborhood. So this shows kind of like the site plan, but you see the basketball courts here, which now is the tennis courts. The green roof, so this is actually our community center, and then the roof is actually accessible. So folks, can overlook downtown as well, the residents, the community. So pretty excited about that. And it was just so awesome just to be able to compete for something in your own backyard and giving back to community you grew up in. Yeah, so this is the 5 Points area, 5 Points Loft. Basically stretches from that building all the way down here to this white facade here.
In terms of the overall thought process of what you're doing, you're giving people these affordable housing so they don't have to live in things like that anymore. Because that's crazy. Like, would you think someone lived there? But someone lives there. So what this does is add 55 units to an area so they can kind of experience this coffee shop, experience everything else.
And I think this is going to be, something that really helps change the, communities. And once we add 5 Points here, I really think it starts to change the trajectory on the north side of Haran Bay.
This porch is a lot of growth. It's graduation. So this porch represents a lot, It just represents the journey of Anthony Casey.
When I first applied for Tuskegee, I was denied. I was kind of shocked and kind of mad at the same time, and then also hey, I'm not going to college now. So Cliff, ended up making some phone calls, to Tuskegee, written a letter on my behalf, and I was accepted as a conditional student, if I maintained a certain GPA for the first couple years. So it was kind of like, wow, Cliff had some pull. Within 3 weeks, decided to drop out. Yeah, my phone lit up non-stop. I had about 20 voicemails. The Rebels and Cliff thought that was a bad idea. Everybody was calling me to try to, convince me to stay down there. I was ignoring everybody called.
Insistent conversations to drive him back and to talk him off that ledge is what he needed at that point.
When I was able to actually turn my life around and show, the courts and show the community that I can be a different person, and going down this 20-year path I just accepted of prison or teen years wasn't what God had planned for me, even though I thought that was my reality. So for our King Drive project, it's a $15 million project. And thus far, we have about $12 million raised for that project. For the River West project, that's about a $25 million project, and we have about $20 million raised. And Mill Road is $2.8 million. We have everything raised.
That doesn't happen to a high school dropout. So I'm happy that he's in a good space. But most importantly, what he's doing now sets the stage for other people that are younger, even in him, to move forward on projects and understand that it's actually possible.
Even just standing here now, just kind of looking back, like, I just can picture myself sitting on the second floor in the group meetings now, that's what's so crazy.
It is a drastic stretch to say that people can just pick up their bootstraps and just move forward. And it is an unimaginable lie to say that without programs like this, that someone could be someone like Anthony Casey. You know what I mean? Like, it's without Running Rebels, there will be no Anthony Casey, there'll be no 5 Points.
If the Rebels didn't really have a program, the courts really don't have no other place to send you to have a second chance. The Rebels are like that kind of in between, like I said, a pipeline, what they call it, a pipeline to prison. And the Rebels created this pipeline to promise. And so without the Running Rebels, I don't think I would be who I am today. 16 years later, I'm still involved with the Running Rebels.
The circle begins when you step foot in the Running Rebels facility, and it begins with the interactions with mentors, adults, the activities that are available, and it continues after you graduate from your program. You're 20 years old and you see someone and you stop and you correct it and say, hey, that's not cool. This is what you need to be doing. Why don't you check out Running Rebels? That's the circles.
That's actually one of my life goals, is giving back to the community, just with all the love and affection the Rebels have for you. You have to go out there and give back.
As long as there are great people that care about the community, that circle will keep going. It's just one continuous act of giving that starts the moment that you walk through these doors.
Well, Anthony's story so clearly shows what the data tells us, that at-risk youth are mentored or much more likely to thrive economically and give back to their communities. And talking about giving back, let's talk about our numbers. We are now just $4,000 away from our new goal of $20,000. And I want to give some shout outs to Jill Boyle, Susan Lloyd, Gary Mueller, and Ryan Devine. Thank you all for giving to this great organization. Now remember, every dollar raised tonight will help connect youth in our community to a caring adult mentor. I'm so excited to introduce the man who started it all, Victor Barnett, and his wife, Dawn Barnett. Now, Victor started Running Rebels 41 years ago with the dream of just helping youth reach their full potential. Today, Victor still leads the organization, but with a great woman, his wife, Dawn, as the organization's executive director. Come on over, Dawn and Victor. I really want to know, what is the approach that Running Rebels has that makes this so unique and work?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you, Shannon, so much for joining, and thank all of you who are here watching us tonight. And the cornerstone for what we do is about relationships. It really is about the youth and families connecting to the agency and to the wonderful mentors to create, this long-lasting change.
There's nothing like a solid relationship when a young person and an adult connects, and that being able to show them a different route in a different way in life, like Cliff and Anthony talked about, is something special.
Absolutely. And I just want to give a huge shout out to our wonderful staff. And it's important to us that we hire from the communities that we serve. Mm-hmm. So we believe that the answers to guiding our young people are right here in our own community. And to all of the staff who are watching tonight, current staff, former staff, just thank you all so very much for what you do every single day. And also want to thank our amazing community partners and our board of directors and our supporters, such as our presenting sponsor, BMO, MVP sponsors Chris and Jennifer Abley, and Quad. Last thing, what makes us special is our full circle approach. It really is about pouring into our young people so that they come back around and they really help the next generation of youth.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that have been with the organization a long time, and we want to thank them, and those that are new, but just that bond and that connection that we have, calling it Rebel for Life, something special.
I just want to know, how does it feel, Victor, to see the seed you planted, and Dawn, to see the water that you poured on this plant to come to fruition when you see these videos of all these youth who have come through the program or who are blossoming in the program?
Just a feeling of feeling like it's all worth it, you know, to see where the organization has come to, and even to see a young person, to see where they were and to see where they are later because of that connection of a mentor, something special.
Yeah, the power is in those stories, and that's just extra special for staff to hold on to. It's that impact that we have that gets us through the tough times for those that we can't reach.
I love it. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing. And again, you can give. If you just see how these children are growing under this program, and how if we can get to $120,000 tonight, how many more mentors and how many more children we can change in the Milwaukee community. It is so powerful to hear directly from Dawn and Victor about what makes Running Rebels approach work. So far, we've heard from Running Rebels engages the community, preventing youth from going down the wrong path, and intervenes when youth do. Now, let's learn more about how they also coach youth through their transition into adulthood. Whether it's through the Running Rebels Scholarship Program that is this year has given a total of $26,000 to 18 youth, or through the Workforce Development Program that offers job training and career exposure to youth. Surely, everyone remembers that first job. Mine was Burger King. This summer, 65 youth participated in a 10-week summer employment program with Running Rebels. For most youth, this was their very first job and a chance to earn a paycheck. For all youth, it was an opportunity to gain real-life work experience, learn how to work on a team, and engage in weekly life skills training. Training topics included mental health awareness, financial literacy, and even CPR, as well as first aid certifications. This opportunity was made possible through generous funding from United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County and U.S. Bank. Here's a glimpse of the summer employment program.
Last summer, due to COVID, we had to really minimize the number of young people we had. Most of our programming had to be outdoors, and we cut our numbers down dramatically. So this summer was really exciting to have 65 youth workers in addition to regular young people that were coming to the building, just engaging in programming and getting them work experience.
I learned how to garden. It was my first time gardening. It was cool watching all the hard work show off at the end. What made me get out of bed and get out of that state of mind was just thinking about everybody I was working with, thinking about all the stuff we could get done together. I feel like I accomplished a lot of the goals that I had coming in.
We also go around the community picking up trash, or certain times we might go to parks and we might do community events, pop-ups. I've definitely learned a lot more communication skills with people. It has also connected me a lot more with my community. It made me work a lot harder, and it helped me put a lot of my goals in life into perspective.
Things I got to do this summer is make money. Cha-ching, cha-ching. The other thing I got to do is just being able to get out of the house and work and have fun and be with other people. If my mentor didn't help me sign me up for this job, I'll be sitting at home right now on the couch watching TV. I'm up every morning. I'm not used to doing that in the summertime, but I get up every morning and come to work. I do feel like I'm a big boy now. If I was to look back 3 months from now, I would say, wow, I made money.
It helped me handle money a lot better because I would get a check and spend it. But now I'm just saving it, putting it in my savings account. My mentor, he helped me a lot, rise up to be the man I am.
We have over 100 staff at Running Rebels. The majority of them are mentors. This summer we had, I think, 16 youth job leads who were leading pods of young people. Long term, we are helping young people become ready for the workforce, helping ensure young people can fulfill all the goals that they want, whether it's college, whether they want to go straight into the trades.
Well, I got long-term goals, so college goals. I want to go to college and be a nurse. The CPR really helps me and kind of took me there just a little bit to know what I would have to do later on in life.
Being able to learn how to budget correctly working, helping people, helping the community out. It feels good knowing, like I said, that I can help people. I've been with Running Rebels since my freshman year.
I've been with the Running Rebels for 2 years.
I've been with Running Rebels for about 5 or 6 months now.
I've been with the Running Rebels for like 4 years.
I've been with the Running Rebels for 2 years now.
I think the driving force behind what we do is just the love of community, the love of the young people of Milwaukee, and recognizing these young people are amazing. They have amazing talents and skills, and they just need to be cultivated, and they need places to go like Running Rebels where they can be poured into, and from there they can grow into these amazing, successful, contributing adults.
The Rebels have been around for 40+ years. They help the community, they give back to the community, they help different youth. Vic and Dawn have done so much. They have done a tremendous job in helping people get, just helping them with their lives and their goals and their aspirations. And I think what they built is so inspiring to a lot of people. They can open so many doors for you, they can give you so many opportunities, and it's also a good way to express yourself and give back to your community as well and make your community a better place.
It's clear the summer employment program was critical in connecting youth to each other and the community after being isolated for so long. If you've been around Victor Barnett, you've probably heard him talk about community unity. Running Rebels knows that it cannot do the work all on its own. Strong partnerships and collaborations within the community are key. Running Rebels has some incredible partners, almost too many to name them all, but one important partner under Running Rebels' coaching umbrella is Quad. In 2019, Quad and Running Rebels worked together to connect Milwaukee residents, including Rebel alumni, to qualified jobs at Quad. Often, young adults and people getting back on their feet needed extra support to succeed in the workforce. Running Rebels provides these people who are interested in working at Quad with job readiness training, ongoing case management, and even transportation until they can purchase their own vehicle. So far, the program has helped 35 people gain employment at Quad. And now here's a message from our MVP sponsor, Quad.
Running Rebels and Quad mean the world to me, because not only did it change my world, but it also changed my outlook on the world, you know. So, I mean, without Running Rebels, it wouldn't be Quad for me, you know what I'm saying? It helped me out so much. I learned so much since I've been here. Even with Running Rebels, Bernadette, they all played a major part in this, and I couldn't do it without them. Running Rebels and Quad is a perfect match, and it's gonna give a lot of people like me the opportunity we think we didn't have, and it's gonna also help Quad to keep people in the building.
All right, I have breaking news to tell y'all about. I didn't know I was going to be working here as well, but I have something to tell you, and I really hope that this will inspire you to get us to our goal. We are just $2,000 away from reaching that $20,000 where we'll get a match for $100,000. Well, Joel Quadracci said his family's foundation will match the $120,000 plus another $10,000 if we can just reach $2,000 tonight. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will, but that's $250,000 to help Running Rebels do what they do best, and that is impact youth. Now, Running Rebels has had an immense impact on Milwaukee youth, an impact that has rippled throughout the Milwaukee community. Let's take one last look at the power of Running Rebels and their mentoring program.
This where it come in, all right? Okay. All right? This after this part.
You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Call me, call me, call me.
And when we talk about leaning on the community, I want to again give some shout outs to Mike Peoples, Ann Homestead, Tim Olson, Dean Haas, all helping me do my job and get us to that $2,000 mark before we say goodnight. Now, it is not too late to become a part of the Running Rebels Circle of Change. Now that what you give today, what you give today, will allow Running Rebels to invest in a young person who will then in turn invest in future young people, who will then in turn invest in our community. To close out this epic evening, I'd like to invite Victor and Don Barnett back on.
Well, thank you so much, Shannon. You told our story in such a beautiful way, and thank you for the gifts that you give our young people, giving of yourself and your talents and your time. That is so greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I think it's so important that the young people be able to at times look at TV and see somebody on TV and that person be able to come back and care about our young people. That's important. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we begin our closing comments, I'm excited that we will be announcing and pulling our raffle prizes, which we will get to you a little bit later. Some wonderful prizes that we had for our gift cards. So just want to thank everybody who participated in that. So that information will be coming shortly. And I want to say again, thank you to all of our incredible sponsors, including our presenting sponsor, BMO, MVP sponsors, Chris and Jennifer Abley, and Quad. Quad, thank you so much for all of your generosity this evening. I also want to thank our coach and our point guard sponsors. With their sponsorships and your donations tonight, we are getting so close to our goal. A few more people just want to thank Joanne, Allen, June, our raffle winners. We finally got the information about our raffle winners. Okay, so let us announce, get it ready for our raffle winners. So, for our first pull,
which I believe is the Brewer's Suite.
Yep, the Professional Supply Brewer's Suite tickets goes to Joanne Allen. Congratulations, Joanne. All right, the second pull for the gift card to Twisted Plants and Funky Fresh Spring Rolls. Have you had them?
Both.
Yes.
Fabulous.
That goes to June Perry. June, thank you. And June, thank you for all of your support. A wonderful, wonderful partner as well. And our third pull for a gift card to Big Daddy's Barbecue, also very tasty.
I know. I hear the commercial in my ear.
This goes to Karen Higgins. Karen, thank you so much. A wonderful sister organization that also provides a violence-free zone on the south side. So congratulations to all the winners. Thank you again, all for participating. Again, thank you to all of our fantastic sponsors, all of our guests. And I know we're waiting for our final total, but in the meantime, I just want to share with all of you, like I know this is like fatigue, right? Here we are on Zoom again. But we truly are hopefully looking forward to seeing everyone in person very, very, very soon.
Yeah, next year we'll be back together. I definitely would like to thank all of the young people that's watching this tonight, from the young people that were new to the organization and some of the people that were here 41 years ago, from that first young man. And I'm just amazed to think back with the first theme being community unity, and today be a part of that unity when it comes to business owners under our pipeline to promise. A lot of business owners are excited about working together. Basketball, there's a lot of people from coaches to trainers that's looking to work together in our city. Music, great entertainers in our city, and they're looking forward to working together. And other community organizations. Tonight, I'll be on a call with about 11 men that have been friends of mine for 50 years, and we're excited about tonight. This week, I'll be on another call with 25 young men, well, men period, some are young, but just talking about the future and being able to continue to help and make a difference in our city. So I just want to thank everybody. I'm just so amazed for the amount of support that we have as an organization, but we'll continue to do good work in our community and try to continue to help as many young people as we can get on track and reach their goals and dreams, such as me. I'm a person that's living my dream. Thank you.
Wow, I can't believe it, but it looks like we have some good news over there.
I know. This is like happening as we speak. So we're trying to figure out the numbers because none of us up here are good at math. But we know that if we can get that last $1,500, just think about how many, I don't know, Starbucks coffees you don't need to drink for 1 week to donate to this great organization, helping so many young people here make a difference. And what I love about what I saw throughout the night is that it wasn't just me. It was about what am I going to do to help the community that I live in.
Absolutely.
And that's what, isn't that really what you guys are all about, is making sure productive kids come out of these communities?
It's all about, and it's all of our responsibility, So when we talk about what is the call to action, our call to action is for everybody to look at themselves, to look at those young people who are around them in their lives, become interested. Ask questions, look out for one another. We're in a time where so many people are struggling. Mm-hmm. They're struggling, with their mental health. They're struggling with stress and anxiety. And if we all take it upon ourselves to really have each other's back, right, and check in on each other, then any community that you are a part of will be a better place.
I think one common thing I like to say is if you talk to Running Rebel alumni, one of the things that they'll say is giving back to the community. So that's one thing that we want to make sure that we instill in all of the young people we work with.
Okay, I just have an inside joke because I'm laughing inside because it looks like there's an equation that's going on. So you're just going to have to tell me, Sharon, what are you trying to communicate to me? And then I will communicate it to the people.
So we reached our $20,000 goal.
Okay.
And with the $120,000 that we had from our sponsorships, plus the total of $250,000.
Okay.
Our total is, help me with the math here,
is that the right commas?
Yeah, that's probably not the right.
370,000?
Yeah, 370,000.
370,000. And I came on here just tonight asking y'all for 10. See, that is what community and unity is really about. Dawn and Victor, I hope that you are proud of the vision and again, the watering that you have done over the years, Dawn, to make sure that your husband's vision has come to fruition. And all of these young people out there, y'all ought to be celebrating at Capitol location. Golden here using her talents to share with the people here, and all the board members who make this possible. Yes, Honey, tears are about to flow because just tell people what you can do with that money.
Wow, it's incredible. You know, just to make sure our goal is to support the dreams of the young people. So what that looks like lies in the creativity of our youth. So to be able to have that as a resource to say, hey, what is it that you need? Because we can help you get there. So that's what it's all about.
2022, watch out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Shannon. And we appreciate all of you who have stood alongside us throughout these 41 years. Whether your time with us was long or just a short season, please know that you have made a difference, all of you, in the lives of our young people. So we'd like to end this evening with a tribute to some of the rebels who are no longer with us.